Back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, also on TikTok at XisumaTT. Very rarely posting actual TikToks, but doing lives over there. And today, my friends, is the Hermitcraft charity live stream event. And this stream is here for you to congregate before the event starts, so that we can raid Scar and get the thing off to a fantastic start. If you're watching this on the second channel and the VOD gets published relatively swiftly, it may or it may not do. That would mean you could go over to Twitch and see some of the Hermit streaming, right? It's today and it's tomorrow. Jedi Master in chat says insane timing. What's insane about the timing? Welcome to all the peeps tuning in. There's a lot of you tuning in. I'm assuming a lot of you are probably waiting for the charity stream. Plus, I did announce this several streams in advance, put it on the schedule, you know. Scar has started posting pics. Oh wow, I haven't been on Twitter. I've been a bit off the socials. I've just been living in a cave playing Final Fantasy Queen's Blood. Been hermiting it up. I've barely been on the server. But we got a project that I've had a vision for a while. And I recently got a bunch of glass for the Nether Hub together, and it's actually going to be useful for where we're going to go today. We're going to need a bunch of colourful blocks and things, which are... Now that I think about it, I think we put them in place. And they're the wrong thing. So we'll go over to this location. Let's set our streaming status to open. I've invited other hermits to come prod and poke me and be like, yo X, let's go play some games. So the project that we're doing today is just something we can pick up and put down. Yo Emberella, thank you so much for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. To get there, we've got to go in this direction. You can't stay for long, but you wanted to say hi. Oh, thanks for tuning in and saying hi. Charlie BHL, thank you for 14 months of support, my dude. Much appreciated, much appreciated. It is this portal here that I'm going to go through. I'm not actually sure if it's the closest one. I think actually the center one is closer. This one here, for where we're going. Hello, long-time listener, first-time caller. Radio show, I get it. I get it. I mean, it's kind of the same, right? Like, you could say long-time viewer, first-time chatter. Billman68, 98 months. Oh my goodness me. Ah, this is actually what we're going to do. Let's go find out what height this is at. Yeah, Billman, thank you so much, my dude. You know, next month I'll be taking the name in. And we'll be getting you ready for your place in the dungeon. I just want to see what height this is at. Oh, I didn't bring any scaffolding with me. 320 blocks. We need to stop snow from landing on the blocks over here. And I think our original solution here was to say, if there's going to be snow landing on these blocks, what we'll do is cover them in carpet. Now, carpet limits us to like 16 colors, with the exception of moss and stuff. Yeah, so all of this right here is probably a waste, because the more I thought about it, the more I realized that wool really limits your options when it comes to making pixel art. Although, you know, you can limit it to 16 and make that a stylistic decision. Okay, my brain is still getting used to like Ender Chest in Bundle. You can make that a stylistic decision, but I think it's a limiting one. I think you can just express so much more if you don't do that, basically. Is kind of my thinking. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start by building a little glass above this so that the snow doesn't settle down at this black layer here. Then we won't be covering the thing with carpets, and what we will be doing is putting pixel art in. And I've got a theme for the things that I want to add. And I think it's a really good theme just to get the ball rolling. We're going to have the glass, like, keep these blocks as well. So we'll start here, and when we get to the top, we go in two directions from there. The charity event is in 2 hours. Dole Zero, we are here for the gathering of the peoples. So you can hang out here until the event starts. Terek, 1996, thank you for 4 months. Jay's on Fire, thank you for 98. It's nearly 100. So Jay's on Fire, Billman 68, potentially joining the dungeon at the same time. It is amazing how many of y'all have stuck around for 100 months. I mean, that place is getting crowded. Now I'm telling Puka, I'm like, Puka, speed up the animation. It takes ages. There's so many people in the dungeon. Maybe when we reach a certain threshold, I'll get like a new animation put together for like all the OGs, like the first, I don't know how many it is, like 50 people or whatever to get there. We'll have like a unique animation, and then after that we'll do something different again. Like, we keep changing it up over time, right? It's like you're unlocking stuff. 100 months, says Molex. Yeah, we're talking about how long people have been supporting me here on Twitch for. Yo, Input Ball 2022. Thank you for 6 months. 6 months, amazing. Appreciate it. Destroyer of Ellis. Appreciate you subscribing as well, my dude. Thank you, thank you. Time for Jan coming in, 18 months. Do you have any ideas for this season you haven't found the time for yet? No, I think I've been very managed with everything I've been doing this season. I mean, my problem is usually like too many ideas, not enough time, right? Oh my gosh, lovely cup of tea right there, lovely temperature. This year I've been acutely aware of like not finishing stuff, and so I've been trying to play the season in a way where we round things up. So currently the project in front of us is an idea that I didn't want to let go, especially since Joe was kind enough to let us do it here in his space. And it's been a while, but I've been ruminating on the idea. Ruminating is a bit of a negative word, I think. I've been going over it, and I just kind of realized today, I think, yeah, I've got all I need. It's a very simple idea, you'll see. But it's a really good one. Yo, and I got to say this. Birdie J, thank you for gifting a sub. I will say, if you're going to give subs today, you know, save it for the charity stream. If you want to give some subs, just save those dollars for the charity stream. Birdie, I appreciate you gifting the sub. Very kind of you. But, you know, today's about the charity stream. I'm here to let y'all congregate for the charity stream. So save your dollars for the event. Did I enjoy my time in Exile? I did. How did y'all feel about how Exile wrapped up? How about I watch the Minecraft movie? I haven't seen it yet. And I didn't really finish the last thing about ideas. So I've kind of contained my ideas this season, and I've let more of them go than usual because they just end up on a list and they like gnaw at me, and so I've been like a bit more selective. Doc didn't get Skyblock again. That would have been funny. Ended too soon, says Spencer Danger. Yeah, I see a few of you saying the ending was random or it was abrupt. Too fast. I think we made a bit of a mistake in feeling like we need to end it because we've got this charity event coming up. That might have been a bit of a misstep, but like, who am I to criticize the story stuff? Because I never really, I don't know how to describe it, a key player. You know, the story stuff doesn't, it's not how my brain works, but I'm glad that I found a way to participate this time. That was nice. But yeah, I've been reading some comments and some feedback on it, and I think it's just like, let's learn a lesson from this. We had a lot of fun. Electra said the ending was really funny. There was definitely some humor in it, right? So that's good. It's not all negatives, but it's something to be learned about how to wrap up a storyline, I think, right there. The charity event is going to be streamed from lots of different channels, but Scars will be like the main channel. I believe Scar will continuously stream. And yo, Lanrick is here with a tip. And again, please save your generosity for the charity. Good morning, X. Are you planning to stream during the charity event even though you're not physically there? No, I'm not. I feel like it is for the people there. And even if they feel like they want us to be involved, like I just kind of feel like this is for them. So I'm going to be here to help and support. So if there's shenanigans going on the server, I'll pop on and partake and participate, but we'll let the people who are out there, or at least I will, we'll let them do the streaming, right? So, you know, I like to stream on the weekends and the mornings. I just decided what we'll do today is stream before the charity, which I originally thought would be in the morning, and then I realized that they're in the west coast of America, not the east. So the time zones mean it's actually later in the day. So it's kind of like a early evening stream for me. But anyway, as I was saying, like I'm here to support what they're doing. You know, I think they're doing an amazing thing. But I kind of feel like it's for the people there IRL. And so you might see me here and there if they start doing some stuff on the server. I'll be sure to like pop in and say hello. I thought that looking down and like seeing what block is directly below you would be difficult, but this is actually like way more difficult than I thought it would be. Like we can definitely stay within some parameters here, but figuring out the exact block arrangement is going to be tricky. I say that I could probably just use I could just create a schematic and pull it up to this level, and then place glass where all the black blocks are. We could do that today. We could do a little bit of schematic in. It's not something we like usually show on camera, but I think for something that isn't a here's something I built in creative, now let's build it in survival type thing, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be alright. Drop a gravity block. That's an interesting way to see where you are, but you'd be dropping lots of them and then cleaning them up after. I get it though, like we do tend to rely a lot on things outside of the game to help play the game, and I think there is a bit of a downside to that. Another thing I could do is take a screenshot down at this level and just use that as a kind of guideline. Anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll go fetch some black wool to fill. Well, do I need to do that? Do I need to fill this in? Because if I took a screenshot, I'm literally using FreeCam. Like that helps make my life easy, doesn't it? Like I could come down here and count these, but I won't do it that way. Yo, yes, Emmy, thank you ever so much for the resub. 28 months. Wow, over 2 years. Has it been that long? Unfortunately, time tends to fly by. Some of you are saying choo choo. Do we have a hype train? We have an emote for that now. I can check. There's no hype train. That's fine. If there is, I play the animation. The animation is super cool. I'm going to screenshot this. Put that on my other screen. And then head back up and see how that works. Someone suggested using scaffolding plows. Might place them on the corners and connect them perhaps. Probably a little tedious to place, right? It's a long way up, remember? And that's a lot of scaffolding you need. Mumra says, you've been enjoying the Happy Ghast vids. Those will be awesome for end building, don't you think? I don't think so. Because I don't think you can get a Happy Ghast into the end. Oh wait, no, you could raise a dried ghast there. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, they'll be good for building anywhere. I guess if you raised one in the end, you could fly across the void. That's kind of like a cool activity, I think. Do it automatically get funneled into the next stream as part of the charity marathon, or do we have to manually navigate using the streamer according to the schedule? Says Elevator. I believe, Elevator, if you tune in, you will be able to catch much of what's going on, because I'm going to raid Scar, and I believe Scar is live the whole time. But then if you want to see like Zedaf's event or Tango's event, you'll want to hop around yourself. But I believe Scar will be live the whole time. Also, livestream.hermitcraft.com, you can see the full schedule there. I say full, there's some overlapping stuff that is possibly not on there. So one thing we haven't done, which might have been a bit of a mistake, is that I don't think there's been a coordinated explanation of like everything. It's been left to individual hermits to show you what's going on. So like there's some crossover events that I don't think are explained by the schedule. No elytra? I have an elytra, I just felt like reading chat and ascending the scaffold. So, I can see that we have 5 blocks that go out from here. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go back and we go 4. 3, 4. Then it's 4, 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the things about this, when you're doing your counting, you got to focus. Also, no one's like ever gonna come up here and really notice if this is like off by a block, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit weird how you can be like that with stuff. Like, oh, I got to make sure it's perfect, but at the same time, who the heck is gonna fly up here, you know? To check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what does it matter if they do? I still got one more 4 to do. Then we've got a little corner bit. Like that, and then we've got one on its own. Which brings us now to this direction, so it's 2, then 1, then lots of 2s. And at this point, I could probably do a lot of these, and it not really make a difference. I think that gives us a fair amount to aim for. Why is X doing this, says Thingamabob MC? To stop snow appearing on the blocks down there. I might have like chronically underestimated how much glass this is. I know I've got like 2 shulker boxes, but this might be a phenomenal amount. This might require 10 shulker boxes. I'm not actually sure. Mods, maybe pin HC charity. Yeah, if you're looking to help people with the common questions, I think something like that today would probably go a long way, wouldn't it? Sometimes it is about personal satisfaction of how things look or work. It is, but like what I'm getting at is I've just naturally assumed that the glass up here needs to be the same shape as what's below. And if you stop and think about it, it's like, if it isn't, you're probably never going to look up and be like, oh, look, it's off by 1 block. And if you did, thanks, Elytra, thanks. If you did do that, you'd probably then be like, it's not really worth being bothered about, is it? Please don't fall off, that looks a bit dangerous. I literally just did, because my wings decided to flap. Yo, Manua NL, thank you for using the old Prime subscription. Appreciate you doing that. As a Prime subscriber, you can join our Let's Play Minecraft Together server, our Patreon server. Any subscriber can join it if you're interested. You can swing by. Go to asumavoid.com/getwhitelisted. Check it out there. But yeah, if you're subscribed here on the channel, you get to be a part of our Patreon server. A subscription lasts for 33 days, so like if you use your Prime every month, you can use that to be on an awesome Minecraft community. If you have Amazon Prime, Minecraft Legends is currently available for free to claim, says Chimera Dev. Don't put them off, dude. Jeez. People will be like, oh, I don't want that. I'm messing. Legends has not gone down well, has it? No wonder it's being given away for free. I do think that game had potential, but there was just some, like, when I played it last, there was just some glaring, like, bad decisions. Like, some of the UI elements were just really big and bulky and just positioned in front of the action, and it's just kind of like, how are you making decisions like this? I don't get it. It's a game for sure, says Chimera. Yeah, well, it is a game. It is a game. I've been playing Queen's Blood and absolutely loving it. That game has really got like my brain ticking over to do a card game, and I do not want to sign myself up for more game creativity stuff, right? Like, I've already got things I'm working on. I need to like finish some of it first. But I'm starting to think some sort of like tactical deck building, maybe even roguelike game could be really cool. Well, would you and the Hermits ever do a season on Bedrock? I believe probably not. I believe Bedrock is a long way behind Java. Although, on it, I say that, it's not a long way. It's one thing behind. It's movement. If they would just sort out that sticky movement, like, I think there'd be a lot of reasons to give Bedrock a try, but for some reason they persist with this awful sticky movement thing, and it's like, I don't think I'm saying it just as like I'm used to Java. It just, I can't think of other games that have a first-person perspective that make you like sticky when you move. Bedrock is very glitchy too. Yes, the random death glitch. Eh? I thought Java was supposed to be the one with the emergent behavior issues, but no. Yo, Caped Cat, thank you for resubscribing. 5 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Where's the portals over here? We're going to go get some black wool, and then we're going to start on the project. I think y'all are really going to like this, and at some point I'll take some of your input. I'm going to start off by showing you what I'm going to put into this, and then there's definitely like room for community input, because what we're going to build today is going to be really relevant to well, it's definitely relevant to here, and you know, it's got a universal relevance. Let me put it like that. But some of y'all might be a little too young to remember. That's what I'll say. I'll leave you with a little bit of guesswork to do now. Ellie Lightner, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Your Bedrock world is over 32,000 days old, and you're over 200 hours in with no random deaths. And movement is okay, says Swampy. Alright, Swampy, you've given us a great opportunity to talk about perception. Oh, here he goes again with a waffle. Oh, I'm sick of these. Said someone in chat. So, like, this is a common thing we're going to encounter with so much stuff in reality, where something gets your attention, and it's about like how this thing is happening, right? But sometimes we don't really know the actual proportionality of... I just realized I need a lot more shulker boxes than this. Yeah, I need a lot more. I need to get more stuff than I was originally thinking. There is, like, you know, things happening out there in the world, and then your perception of how often it happens. And these things can be quite detached from one another sometimes. So Bedrock has this reputation of having an issue with the random death thing. But then as an individual, you say, well, it's never happened to me, and I've played for a very long time. What if you're on a bit of hardware that's actually the root cause? It's hardware, right? Turns out you play it on PlayStation 4, it never happens. Play it on PlayStation 5, it happens 10% of the time. Play it on PlayStation 6, because we're living in the future. Like, see, I'm making my content evergreen. We're talking about PlayStation 6 now. You know, it happens 5% of the time. So, oh, anecdotal, yeah, that's, the plural of anecdotal is not data, exactly. So, you having an experience of not experiencing this thing, there's no portal to where we're going. That doesn't make it, like, the correct perception, right? Like, oh, it's not actually a big deal. And people talking about it online also doesn't make it the correct perception. Like, but the Bedrock bug does have a bit of a vibe about it, where people talk about it, people know about it, and it's got like a stickiness to it, so it comes up a lot. And I've seen certain creators make videos about it, showing off that like the bug exists, but we don't have the proportionality intact, because if I can show you a bug of someone randomly dying on Java, how often does it actually happen? So sometimes something can be sticky and like get people's attention and get them talking about it, yet we don't have the numbers behind it. So it might be that like 1 in a million play hours is affected by this bug. Play for 1 million hours, there's a likelihood you'll randomly die. Then you got to ask, well, how often does 1 million hours of Minecraft get played by someone? See what I mean? There's like loads of different ways you can shape this up. But the thing is that I don't think we actually know how common it is, but it is definitely sticky in the way it gets reported and talked about. And being online, it's very easy just to be shown something and then make you feel like, oh, and therefore this is something that happens a lot, right? So you got to think in those sorts of terms sometimes. Yo, Snocky, thank you so much for 16 months with the Prime. We got Yellow Fluffy Ducks with the Prime as well. And Chapter Corey coming in for 56 months. Amazing. I appreciate your support, people. This just sounds like software development all over. So many parameters to deal with, says Becky. Yes, yes it is. Right, I'm drinking my tea and I'm reading a noise in the ear. Summer Woes, thank you for 9 months. That is a Twitch baby. That is an animation. If you middle mouse on a shulker box that's empty, does it pull others from your inventory into your hotbar? I don't think so, no. It's like this. If you make a website where people can record whether or not they die or not, those who die are more likely to record it than those who don't. You're almost correct, because you can't report not dying, right? But like, you're onto something there. You're onto something there. Like, if you give people, yo, gaming guy Rob, I appreciate your gifted subs, but as I said earlier, you know, save your dollars for the charity stream today, people. This is just a spot for us to congregate for the charity stream. We're here to... Oh, apparently people are already donating as well. Wow, that's amazing. But, some... Let's see, what am I reading? Anyway, some of you got gifted subs. Always say thanks in the chat, but today and tomorrow, people, just, you know, save your dollars for the charity stream. Let's go put these wall blocks into here. It's like if I have one item less... Ah! I'd pull out the exact right amount each time. The bundle to the rescue. Are you there, X, says Artie Beans? No, I'm absent-minded at the moment. I'm somewhere else. Selection bias, right? Says Ethereum. Yes, selection bias could be it. You know, bias is just like... It's kind of like a pervasive force that's everywhere. Like, everything has bias. It's the nature of perception. But if you can think about where the bias is, you can perhaps get a more enlightened perspective on stuff. So when we talk about, like, the bedrock bug, you know, talking about it casually is fine, like I was. Yeah, there's this bug, you randomly die. But you know, I couldn't tell you statistically how pervasive it is, right? I don't have that information. And that should be taken into account, because how we talk about stuff online, you know, there's an incentive to dramatize things, you know? Especially with video creation, like what video is going to get you more clicks? Probably one where you're like, they still haven't fixed the bug. It's insane that this still happens. You know what I mean? Yeah, where did all this black wool go? Like, I might go raid some from the shop. Guess we haven't been here in a while. Wow, a lot of the grey wool's gone as well. Do I have a Pinterest? I do not have a Pinterest. I'm only like vaguely aware of that website. It comes up when you like search for stuff. Like, people post images and stuff there, right? You're saving your money to bid on the Xisuma face reveal in the auction. Oh, Becca, that's good of you. I've heard a lot of other people are going to bid on it as well. You know the rules, though. If you win, you're not allowed to share that. It's part of the deal. Alright? And you're not allowed to sue, either. Any damages incurred are part of the risk of the reveal. Alright? Look at your own risk. Yo, Night Elf 23, thank you for 52 months of the Prime, my dude. Appreciate it. That was not my, well, that was my box. That was me dropping off loads of iron. But that wasn't one of my boxes from this moment. That should not be happening. That really shouldn't be happening right now. Damages incurred? Yeah, you know, like blinded eyes or psychological damage. Scarring of the eye tissue. Inability to look at faces again. Things like that. You know, that's at your own risk. Alright? There's a reason I wear a mask. Come on. You don't want to peek under it. You watched all of my vids. What, all 5,000 of them? I think it's actually 3,000, but yeah. When you build this wool farm, I built it in one of them. You should keep watching them. Then you'd find out which one it is. Jeez. Lazy. Not watching every single video. God. I built it some... I don't know what number episode it was, my dude, but I built it at some point, right? Oh my dear, I saw the video you playing guitar with the scream mask of my life will never be the same. I apologise, I apologise. I almost recorded some more the other day, but then I just... There's like this annoying pressure of like, okay, I'm going to put on the mask, going to be hot and sweaty, and I just... It's like I halfway enjoy it. I enjoy one part of it, I don't enjoy the other part of it. Yo, Ren's Cold Sun, thank you so much for the Prime. 39 months. Awesome, awesome. I also need to like fix up my guitar a bit because it sounds a bit rotten. Basically, like, I need to do the balancing for the tremolo. I'm currently sort of playing it with like the tremolo sat all the way down. I'm not even sure I'm explaining this very well. Well, we don't have any backup wall here for the black wall. I don't know where all that stuff got used. I mean, we definitely used a lot of it where we currently are, right? But couldn't have been that much of it. More two movable gear, please. It's unlikely. I think I'm going to, like, spread it about. I'm going to, like... My goal would be to just find songs that I feel like give you something different and new each time. And the next two songs have both got, like, a reason to be that. I also discovered that Slayer's God Hates Us All album, which, by the way, if you change, I was imagining changing the lyrics, and it's like, God loves us all, God loves us all. He loves this place. He loves your face. I can't remember the actual lyrics now. Anyway, if you just change it to like love, it almost like you sing the lyrics, it just sounds like some churchy, I don't know, gospel stuff that you would have sung in like primary school at assembly. And it just amused me. It amused me greatly. Anyway, I found out that that album is played in C-sharp tuning, which is the same as Limp Bizkit. So I can play it on my Limp Bizkit guitar, which is awesome because I love that record. It's one of the... I think Slayer were one of the only bands to like kind of get nu metal and like bring elements of that to their own sound and make it work. I think that album is awesome. And at the time it made some Slayer fans upset or whatever, which I just don't really get. But that is a cool record. And anyway, now, and like, the other thing is, like, some Slayer stuff is really fast and difficult. Because they've, like, toned it down and made the music a bit simpler and stuff, it's, like, super easy to play those songs. You just look at the tab and start playing. Which is really good. So, any of you guitarists out there looking to shred it up, a little bit of Slayer, that's a pretty easy bunch of songs to play on that record. Love Slayer, do you like Megadeth? Of course, of course. I think I really want to like learn to play Take No Prisoners. I can play like the first bit of that song until these like ridiculous fast riffs come in, but they look difficult, but sometimes, you know, you just gotta like learn the movements slow. Really want to learn to play all of that song. Such a good song. Yo, Maddie Goody, thank you for 6 months. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. There's the grey, and then there's the white wall at the end. Bam. Now let's go take all of that black wall, place down a few blocks over there, and then after that I think we'll start working on the actual project. Do I play bass? I don't play bass. I write bass lines. And I really want to get a bass guitar. Slayer's South of Heaven is an amazing album. Yeah, I mean, like, Slayer's catalogue is incredible. Like, they got absolute classics under their belt, right? I mean, Slayer are just one of those, like, iconic bands. Will I make map art? No, we're not doing map art here. We're doing pixel art. Do I also play bass? As I just said, I write bass lines. I don't play bass, but I want to get a bass guitar and play some bass. There's definitely songs with bass lines in it. Probably like a lot of hip-hop and soul. Some R&B, some funk. Like when I say hip-hop, I'm talking, you know, the 90s. A lot of the sound of that like jazz hop stuff is... And some of your boom bap as well. It's built on... And your G-Thunk, you know, it's built on the music that their parents listen to. Like, you know, Dr. Dre's parents. The stuff that they were listening to when they were kids, because their parents were listening to it. That's what helped make the G-Funk sound. A lot of that kind of stuff, I would love to play some of those bass lines on a bass guitar. That'd be so much fun. You got to see Slayer and Pantera live for the first time last year. I saw Pantera earlier this year, and I got to say, I was really quite surprised of how good it sounded. Definitely surprised. Sampled their parents' records. Yeah, sampled it. Yeah. There is something a little odd about this, which is that the thing itself is like on a diagonal, and everything we're going to do needs to be on this kind of axis. But I don't think it's that big a deal. I need to pick somewhere to go do this. We're not using carpets anymore, right? And I'm definitely going to need some shears. Oh. Dude, I forever get caught out by this. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's in there now. So... What was I going to say? My brain is like, let's get back to talking about that thing. And then it's like, oh wait, what was that thing? Never mind. Let's, whatever we were talking about, let's talk about, I think we were talking about bass guitars and stuff. I was going to say something else, but never mind. Let's talk about this project right here, okay? Right. This is a space on Hermitcraft to come and do pixel art. Originally, I was doing some very, like, creative stuff, where I was, like, making things in the real world, like flowers, turtles, rainbows. And I was just kind of I was getting a bit of a feel for just placing the blocks and kind of seeing how you could just, you know, essentially paint some designs or whatever. Put a bit of your imagination into the world through blocks. So then we're like, okay, we're going to do like a pixel art space over here. But then I've been struggling to think about what I wanted to do. And the thing that I'm going to do today is something I think you could like take and then do your own little iterations on. But I settled on this theme of like classic video games because they have pixel art that is iconic. And it's like often done with simple color sets as well. So we're going to bring some classic iconic stuff back over here. I'm talking Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Mario. They seem like the most iconic ones. And then beyond that, I've got a few others as well. Dig Dug is actually a pretty good shout. That's a pretty good one for the Pokemon, right? And it ties so well because this is a gaming space, right? Hermitcraft. And some of these games are ones we grew up on. It's a part of the culture. Like, it makes sense. Doom Guy is actually one I didn't prepare for, but that was actually the original idea that kind of sparked it off. I sort of thought about building the Doom Guy face. Then it went away because I was thinking, it's going to be hard to do that with just 16 colors, right? Now we're swinging it back around to like, actually, this is why we're using full blocks instead of carpets, because we want to let you use as many colors as you want. So, Donkey Kong or Snake would be cool. Do you mean Snake as in... Oh, Tetris is a good one, yeah. But hey, save all your ideas for later, because let's build some stuff first, and then later on we can write these things down. Tetris is a good idea, because there's something rather specific that I want to start this off with. I just don't know quite where the best place to put it is. I think I'm going to go over in this space. We should get a bucket of water out here. And I've got to try and do this proportionally in one go. Which is a bit weird. We'll give it a shot. Somebody says, I am somewhat of a gamer myself. I usually say I'm not a gamer. When I play games, unless I'm being creative, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like there is something else I should be doing. I don't play games for fun very well. But if there is an element of creativity or entertainment, then I can sort of justify it a bit. But that's generally how I feel about playing games. I'm more interested in designing or making a game than I would be in playing it. X has FF7 going. Getting towards the end now, but been really roped into playing Queen's Blood. I absolutely love like deck builders and card games like that. They're so much fun. And what I really want to do is like create my own. How about something like Command and Conquer? I mean, I played those when I was a kid, but I struggle to play them for fun anymore because, like I just said, it's I get a weird feeling about it, like I'm not doing anything productive. And if you're like, oh, you just said you were playing Final Fantasy VII, it's like, yeah, I've hit a bit of a wall lately. I just needed to like take a break from stuff, and Final Fantasy VII was my favorite game that I played as a kid, and they're remastering it, and it is just amazing to see that story come to life again. The game itself, like the mini games, are a bit they're like fun for a minute. The fighting is kind of okay, but not particularly. Like, it gets quite repetitive. So I'm kind of like playing the game for the story, really. It's like watching a movie. Final Fantasy VII was amazing when it came out, says Becca. Yeah, and I think it still is. I think the story in that game is what like outlives the format. The format, it can look dated. It can't sound dated because the music is just absolutely brilliant. But like the story stood the test of time, I think, is the way to look at it. That game put in a story that will impact you and hit you in a way that you won't forget about. Fair enough, CNC has a decent campaign, but the fun is in the multiplayer space, and there's a community out there still doing competitions, says David. I mean, I always felt like Command and Conquer's air quote, I don't know, tactical gameplay or whatever, I always found it to be a little bit shallow. Very just like build and smash. Something like StarCraft has a lot more kind of dexterity to how you play with the units and stuff. But anyway, I loved them when I was a kid, and the main thing for me that I've taken away from those games is the music. I still absolutely love Frank Klepacki's soundtracks. You haven't played Final Fantasy VII, but absolutely devoured Final Fantasy X. The story grabbed me more. I haven't played 10, so I couldn't really make a comparison, but, you know, 7 suffers the fate of its format. It's now an outdated game, right? Like, people are less drawn in by those old, quirky visuals, whereas at the time, they were, like, you know, the cutting edge, so they would have drawn you in if you were a kid playing that game at the time. And that's one of the things that's like sometimes a little sad that we lose things because of that, but you know, it is what it is. But the story is amazing, and they're bringing the story back to life by remaking the game, you know. Right, there is just so much space here. I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. I just don't want it to sort of be tucked into a corner too much. I'm going to start somewhere around here. Where is my image? I've got something perfect to put to begin here. I could wing it, but I've actually got like an image from the game of the text. Okay, that's perfect. I hope it's perfect. It looks perfect. The old polygon visuals can look cool. It should be about art style, not amazing modern graphics. I appreciate your take on that. Yeah. And if you as like the player of the game can appreciate that, that's awesome. Because those visuals did help get the story across. I think the music was probably the evergreen factor there, though. The music to that soundtrack to that game is just phenomenal. Like, so many of the melodies just bring to life characters. Which is a really impressive thing to do with music. Kind of looks to me like there's actually 2 pixels between each letter here. And then at the top here, it's like... is that right? No, I think I'm off by 1. Okay, so then here... like so. I don't care too much about the visuals, I care more about the story of a game, says Rustic Den. Dude, if you've never played Final Fantasy VII, go give it a go. Like, I don't know how adventurous you are. Like, playing the original, like, I think if you could go play the original and enjoy it, that would almost be, like, more special than just playing the remake, I think. FF7 is a masterpiece. I played it 2 years ago and just really enjoyed the world building and storytelling, especially in contrast to modern games, says Craxus Prime. Yeah, playing it again and like seeing how faithful the game is trying to be to the original, actually, like, it sort of highlights some of its antiquated ideas with like mini games and stuff. Because at the time it was kind of amazing to have all these little mini games packed into the game. But, oh, there's something a bit off about. Oh, no, this is correct. Okay, just double checking my stuff here. Double checking my pixels. But it also, at the same time, shows you the strength of the story and the storytelling. But yeah, for anyone out there who's, you know, adventurous, down to play an old school video game, you know, you're not going to have the best graphics in the world and stuff, but like the story is top notch. Final Fantasy VII. Top notch. So here it's a little fuzzy to tell, because the next letter is quite a bit wider. Like one, I think it's 4 across. Actually, I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The items on the charity auction are incredible. The vinyl of the permit office hold music. Oh yeah, there's some special stuff on there. I don't know too much about it, but I know those involved have been making sure there's some unique things on there for you. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So it should actually be the higher bit. Kind of looks like I'm gonna get away with it. Yeah, I'm gonna get away with it. It looked for a moment like this might be a little too close together. Let's make out that there's like a letter in the middle between this one and the next, because I think that's going to be roughly the right distance. So this will be 3. Then we go this way. All the letters have been 5 wide. Yes. For some reason I thought that they were not all the same, but the more I look at it, the more I realise that's exactly what's going on. Yo, Neth, N-E-T-H, thank you for 5 months with the Prime, my dude. 15 even. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong number. 15 months. Appreciate your support, man. Hope you're looking forward to the charity stream. We're closing in on 1 hour. 1 hour and 5 minutes to go. Also, I'm very tempted to have a look at the auction. Let me just grab something from chat. I might do a little screen grab thing here if I've got it set up. Let me just see what's on the page. Oh wow, yeah, these are insane. Okay, yeah, the auction is just absolutely insane. Do y'all want to see it? Do you want to see what's on here? I see Jev's put some stuff on here. I didn't think about submitting anything because I wasn't going. Jev isn't going to the event, but he's put some things on. Maybe next year I'll think of something, right? Okay, let's see if I can get this going quickly. Just give me a minute. Doesn't look like there's one here. I'll add one. No, that wouldn't work. Okay. I can do it. I just need to click on the right things. And then that. I think we got it. Yeah, here we go. Right, you should be seeing it then, right? Okay. You got a fossil leather wallet colored by Gem. Does this mean Gem made it herself? Probably. I don't know the details. Colored in by Grian and Pearl. What is a fossil leather wallet? This feels like maybe it's a thing that I don't know about, and it, like, you know, color in your own wallet. Signed, sealed Hermitcraft Collector's Edition cards. I have some of my own in a box, and it'll probably just stay in that box for a very long time. So maybe next year I'll drop some of those in. Right, they'll be even more rarer in a year as well. So you got that going for you. Some loose cards that have been signed here. That's really cool. Oh my god, custom made gold tier permit. That is insane. That is literally insane. Becca says, I have a X signed card. Oh, awesome. Glad you got one. So this is it. Custom vinyl, the Please Hold, made for and featured in Hermitcraft Season 10. This one, this right here, I want to see what songs are on this. Can we actually go in and see what's on these? Because... okay, we can see bids. I thought that was a track listing for a second, and I was like, anonymous, what? Dude, the artwork, absolutely bonkers. There isn't a track listing with it, interesting. But these are those like I'm pretty sure these are those like fan-made remixes and stuff like that. Plushie territory here with the Tango Tech and the Dungeon Master. Then we got a IGEVIN card, rare unsigned. Some more TCG card. Yo, zombie, no, that's F1. Ah, kill him. Oh my goodness me. Right. Look at these box arts. Wow, they're so cool. I've got one of every Hermit's box art, right? And I just haven't got around to figuring out how on earth to display that. That is something I have to do at some point. Yo, look at this. The Impulse Dwarf, the plushie. This is so cool. Got a rare EFO card. Rare holographics. Potato Boy Mumbo Jumbo card. That looks so funny. look at this. Signed wildlife sticker. The Is That Sheep Looking at Me coin from Zed's game. Oh, even MCC TCG. Hey, I never got my MCC TG. I need to make it. Where's my phone? I never got my box. Need to inquire about that. Just occurred to me. Did I? I need to double check if I... No, I don't think I did. I would have played it already. Maybe it's not out. Maybe I'm confused. I need to ask someone anyway. Because I never got my box. Need to figure that out. Alright, the booster box. We've got forces, 4 Twitch emote pins. That's cool. That's a really nice idea. I've not seen that before. Take your emotes, put them down as a pin. That's unique. Whoa! For real? Oh, these hermits, man. They go all out, don't they? They go all out. I wonder if there's anything in it. Hopefully not water. Otherwise it'd be leaking. Oh, this is cool. Handmade bookmark. That's awesome. And a handcrafted keychain as well. Oh, it seems that Impulse's wife is into... What would you call this? Like art... I feel like arts and crafts isn't quite the right thing. But that's really cool. That's a hobby right there. What's the word for it? Resin art. Jewellery crafting. Yes, this is definitely some jewellery crafting. Jewellery making. Yes. Yeah, necklace and earrings, of course. Yeah. That's really cool. That's like I kind of like wish I had the inspiration for something like that to be like more hands-on with stuff. I think making things and fixing stuff up and doing things with your hands, super cool. I think that's awesome. Imp and Skiz tote bag. Nice. More Hermitcraft alter ego TCG cards right here. And then the All Hail Sal custom painted Sal head. Nice. Dude, some of this stuff is absolutely fresh, right? Hot off the XR. I don't know why this has chain next to it. These chain links were cut from the screen-worn chains that Joe Hill first showed his audience in December of 2019. Okay, wow. Get a card and a chain. And then original artwork created by Pearlescent Moon Larry. Yo, that's amazing. That is amazing. Pearla's one of those people that seems to be like very locked in on creativity. I've heard her talk about painting and other creative pursuits. She seems very like dialed in to how to pursue creativity on like multiple fronts. I really like that. Screenplayed wooden train whistle from Joe Hill's studio. Awesome. Oh, the abacus! I've seen the abacus in Joe's streams. Okay. The wildlife snail. Does that come from wildlife then? Because I saw the snail thing on Hermitcraft. At least I think I did. That was a thing this season, right? We got some more holo cards that are signed. Another plushie. Cubs signed collector's TCG card. Some Jevin signed cards here. And then you got your Jevin plushies as well. Say no to the Popo. The Imp and Skiz podcast hat. Yo, autographed drum pad. That is cool. Do you know what? I saw this band called Satyricon, right? From Norway. Pretty legendary band from their scene. Drummer throws out his drum pad thing into the audience at the end of the show, and I got it. Right? You know, drummers throw out sticks or guitarists throw out picks. Never caught any of that stuff. Got a drum pad. Sat in my cupboard for like 10 years, and then I threw it in the bin. that was it. That was the lifeline of that drum pad. I was just like, I have no use for this. It just takes up space. Autographed Skiz Speed Cube. What is a Speed Cube? Something he used on stream. More TCG cards. The Mopop Mushroom soda beanie. Oh, that's awesome. You got your jelly plushie. That's so cute right there. It's a Rubik's Cube. Is it a Rubik's Cube and there's colours on the other side? And one side is white? Because I looked at that and, you know, it reminds you of the Rubik's Cube, but it's all white. It's not like the Rubik's Cube I had as a kid. The one I had stickers on it, and I think at one point I decided to peel off the stickers and put them back on so it looked like I solved it. Yo, Scarland signed art book. That is something special right there. And a miniature model of the permit office. Nice. The dude, who made that? That's super cool. Oh, it's made by someone in the community. Anna R. Maker. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right. That's the bottom of the page. This is all the stuff. Now, I was going to remark that the auction is today. However, you can clearly see it ends in 1 day and 7 hours. Now, I am just going to go grab something I can't show you. It's like an internal Hermitcraft thing. Should be able to find it pretty quick. That's it right there. Let's open that up. Because I thought there was something to do with this today. Okay, so first hour of the stream is like probably Scar introducing you to everything. Then there's the Imp and Skiz podcast live for the second hour. The third hour has something to do with this auction items, right? I thought that's when they were like selling them off. So no, that's not when they're doing that. Maybe they're gonna just introduce you to all this stuff in person. That's probably what it'll be. Okay, yes, and then the auction wrap-up is tomorrow. So I think when they wrap these up, they might even be showing you it all in person, I think is what that means. Which is very interesting. Let us now go back to the game, shall we? That was awesome. I'm sure the mods will put a link to that in the description box. It's on tiltify.com. Hermitcraft Go is the name of the auction. It's in support of Gamers Outreach. X, when are we going to see you at the charity event? You won't. I'm not there. I'm here instead. The schedule is live. We've seen it, says Proud Looney. I'm not sure that you've seen everything because there's stuff that overlaps, right? Why am I incognito, says Potato King. I tend to use incognito tabs a lot. Like, stuff that I want to stay logged in on, I just use in a regular browser. As soon as I want to do something temporary, like visit some website I don't know, I just use incognito so it doesn't save cookies and stuff. I'm very, like, security conscious with using computers. Because I have a passing interest in that kind of stuff, and I listen to a lot of like podcasts on cybersecurity and basically not just like cybersecurity in a boring way, like also like stories about like what hackers are up to, and it like fascinates me what they do, but also the thing about being online, in fact it's probably true of crime in general, is that a lot of the time, it's not really about you, it's about them. So when it comes to being online, it's not like that'll never happen to me because who would want to do that to me? It's more realizing like there's a game being played and you're a part of it whether you like it or not, based on what bad actors are doing. So I have a passing interest in like learning about what's going on in the world of cybersecurity and stuff. The technology interests me. Parts of the culture do a bit, but also it's good to be smart, especially if you're like a chronically online person. It's good to know what they're doing because it's not about you, right? Like cybercrime is rarely targeted. It's more about just, I don't know, like they're just trying to find weaknesses anywhere they can to exploit. Do you listen to Darknet Diaries? Yeah, Darknet Diaries is probably my favourite podcast at the moment. I really like Darknet Diaries. Very cool podcast. And then the next message is literally any podcast recommendations. Can't think of any. None are coming to my head. What was that one we were just talking about? That one. Go on, give that one a listen. I've heard some seriously fun and cool stories on that. Fun and cool to like listen to. Like, a lot of them are about like what happens on, as the name implies, the dark web, which is probably not as mysterious as it sounds. Like, the dark web isn't some cabal of evil. It's like the dark web is basically a term for like the internet that isn't indexed. So that means like when you go to Google and you search for something and you get a result, that's an indexed, visible part of the internet. Like a lot of Facebook, like 99.9% of Facebook is like basically dark web, because you can't actually like see it through search engines and stuff. Then you got other aspects of it like Tor and like anonymous browsing and stuff, but I'm gonna switch to standing for a little bit. I don't think for long. I've been a little under energy lately. I feel like I want to just chill and sit down for a bit. You love pen testing stories. It's so James Bond-like thing. I would say James Bond, but I know what you mean. I love them too. I think it's like social engineering and breaking into systems and stuff is really fascinating. But like a lot of it is like, it's almost like it's, I don't know, I wouldn't have thought James Bond, right? Like, to me it's way more human than that. Like James Bond isn't like a reflection of reality in my mind. You're looking to buy a 7-string electric guitar. Anyone have any recommendations, says T-Craft. My first 7-string was the Universe, which was the first like big commercial metal 7-string guitar. It was in like many of my favorite bands, like I don't know, Morbid Angel, Korn, Meshuggah. You could see them playing this guitar. What was it? What's this guitar they've all got? It's got the green markings on the fretboard and the green pickups. What is it? It turns out it was this one, the Ibanez Universe. And when I went to get mine, they had just started remaking it again. However, what I will say about it is, as cool as it is to have, it is a heavier guitar. If you got some of their more modern series, I think you would find the lighter weight of it to be of value. My advice for getting a guitar is to go and play it in person. Of the guitars I've got, there isn't like a crazy amount of difference in it. Like, there's certain guitar shapes like an Explorer or whatever that might not be to your preference, but if you just go and play it at the shop, and that will give you like a lot of information. I think I'm the sort of person who won't endlessly dwell on the options. I just want to get my hands on a guitar and play. So like, if I pick this 7-string up and I'm like, sounds alright to me, I'll play it. That's about as far as it needs to go. Yo, I spent all this time getting rid of the snow earlier, and then it snowed again. And now I realise that you just have to put the glass on top of the area you're building first. Great time to realise that. I got some noises in the ear to read. We no longer have noises in the ear because Streamlabs broke. I got one last letter to make, so why don't we just make that letter. Can we donate now, or should we wait until the charity event starts? That's honestly up to you. If you wait until it starts, like I know some of you would like a little bit of recognition, like maybe your name gets read out or something. Like, if you stick around for the event, you'll find out more about how that happens. Because I don't know. I've been in the meetings, but I've been like less dialed in. I've made this one a little too big, haven't I? Like, yeah, the charity stream thing is, you know, something the other hermits do, and I'm here to help support them in this little way that I can. But I haven't been like that dialed in with the meetings, so I don't know all the details basically of like what and when's happening. But I do know that there will be signs at some point that come onto the server. So if that's something you're looking for, you might want to wait around to find out about that. Yo, Alfredo Sauce, thank you so much for your subscription. That's Bernard, thank you for the raid. We got Foofy 32 for 29. 29 months in Gamers Outreach. Best day. So excited for the streams and loving the support for such a great charity. It is a really cool charity, isn't it? Skizzle77, thank you for your 20 months. We got Olan MC subscribing as well. Thank you for your support, peeps. It's always appreciated. Alfredo sauce. Hee, says Sommy. Alfredo sauce. I know. Is Alfredo sauce a real thing? Like, it's the sort of thing I've heard people chat about on podcasts. Like, mainly Americans. Because sometimes something is just, like, cultural and you don't actually know what it is. Okay, so something else then is. I have a feeling that I've made a homemade Alfredo sauce dish at one point in time, but I can't remember if that's right or not. It's a white pasta sauce. Okay. I might have homemade some of that then at one point. You don't think Alfredo sauce is real, says Kitter. What I'm trying to say is, over here in the UK, it's just not something I've seen on the menu often. You know, if you go to like a different country and there's different foods, it's like that. And whenever I hear someone talk about Alfredo sauce, it's like an American thing. But it sounds like cuisine. I'm not 100% sure because we don't have it over here. I haven't ordered Alfredo sauce for myself and therefore know what's up. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to put the Space Invaders in here. And I'm just looking at the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to need 4 colors. We're going to start with yellow and green. Most definitely American, says Pip. Pippy Daddy Doodle-Doo. Pippy Daddy Doodle-Doo. Wow, what a name. What did I say the colours we're going to start with were? Where's my image? Green and yellow. Green and yellow. Shouldn't need more than 3, actually. Alfredo is an American-Italian invention. Definitely not Italian. Oh, the opinions are coming on. Buttercream Parmesan cheese, that's the basic. No, maybe it wasn't. What's another sauce you have with pasta? Because the food delivery service I use does this dish on occasion. I think I've tried it once or twice. And it's a pasta. It's a pasta dish with a sauce. And it's really nice, but I don't treat myself to pasta that often. It's not carbonara or pesto. It has a particular name. And it catches my eye, but I don't think it's Alfredo. It's not carbonara. It's not pesto. It's not tomato. It's not bechamel, but I know what bechamel is. I'll let y'all keep guessing, and I'll see if anyone... I got a feeling if someone said it... I can't remember the ingredients either. Arrabbiata sounds a little bit more like it. Arrabbiata. I think Arrabbiata might be it. Mascarpone is another one that I've tried before, but I think it was Arrabbiata. Yeah, I think that's the one. Because the A, right? The Alfredo had me thinking, was that the one? No, it's Arrabbiata. That's where the A came from. Arrabbiata is tomato sauce. Yes, I remember there being tomato in it. Am I a fan of... but it wasn't tomato sauce, right? But there was tomatoes in it. Am I a fan of Lego? I loved Legos when I was a kid. As an adult, I've never really played with them much, though. I'm going to have to like do a little bit of grid work here. Because I want to get that gap between these two things correct. Oh, I see what I've done there. Oh no, it's actually there then, if that's the case. So like 1, 2, and then the pixel stuff would start on this layer. But there's a gap of 1 between the middle, so I'm going to sort of like mark that as being the corner. The bottom corner of each one. Right, I need to get my designs on the screen somewhere here. Have I picked the right ones here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 11. 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh, wait. Interesting. This might be incorrect. No, one of the Space Invader pixels is an odd width, and the rest of them are even. I'm just going to look that up again, I think. see if I can find a better image. Or maybe that's actually, it looks like that's legit. So like one of them, oh, interesting. One of them is an odd width, and the rest of them are all even. Okay, my plan was to be fully prepared, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's not quite right, is it? Trying to get the original sprites now. Getting there slowly. Well, they were odd, and the others were even. And you know what? Let's not dwell on it. Like, oh, you know, 1 pixel width different in our little world here. Who cares? Let's start placing some blocks. So the first bit goes here, and the second bit goes there. And then we're going to have 2 pixels here. And from that, I can probably quite easily build the rest. This one over here might take a little more concentration. It's going to be like here. And there. And then a space and put 2 over here. That'll help me put together the whole shape, I think. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Alright then. This is our fate. Now we build these things. Your Guardian Devil says, I am very excited. I'm glad you are. Ace Gamer says, every time I watch an Xisuma stream, it always eventually leads to a discussion on food. Yeah, I haven't had breakfast yet, and now I'm craving a good pasta. You know what's really good that I don't get to do very often because I'm very like structured with my eating. You know, I have a meal plan and stuff. It's like spontaneous. Like, what do I feel like eating right now? I rarely do that. It's like I already went shopping and figured out everything I'm going to eat today. But a good spontaneous choice for what you feel like eating is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. X needs to implement Impy's rule of max 15 minutes discussing food per stream. Is that how Imp has a rule for it? I'll be happy discussing food right now, because after I finish streaming, I'm going to watch the charity stream, obviously, and I'm going to go and make myself a big fat salad. I got some chicken breast, I've got all my salad ingredients, I've got some olives, some capers. It's going to be tasty. And I'm going to chow down, because I do love me some salad. I made rice, I put rice in my salad the other day, and it was awesome. Not a crazy amount, but I just mixed some rice in with it because I needed to eat more carbs according to my my meal diary thing. I've been using a new app that's supposed to like have a good algorithm on how to fuel you properly and stuff, and so like it gives me targets for carbs, and so I was like, all right, let's get some rice in there. That's some good carbs. I'll try that. It's really nice. My favourite way to have rice at the moment, though, is to make some satay sauce and then mix the satay sauce into the rice, so the rice soaks up all that like peanut butter flavour. It's so good in a meal. So good. As an Asian, rice goes well with everything. Does it? Rice and pizza? Not sure I want rice on my pizza. Rice in a salad, I'll give you that. Look, what other meals can we... I don't think rice goes well with English breakfast. I'll say that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff it goes well with, right? But there are definitely things I don't think it suits at the same time. Rice and ice cream! Oh my god. Oh my god. It could if you egg fry it. Rice and egg goes well together. I want to see what chat can come up with. Give me a dish. Not just an ingredient, give me a dish. Like potato salad. Potato salad and rice, meh. Way too carby. Baked rice pudding. Oh yeah, I love rice pudding. And ice cream. Definitely goes well. I guess maybe the way you prep the rice could make it good with something like ice cream. Like when I was on holiday in Hungary, I had some Italian food because that's just it. Every city you go to now, it's all got like world cuisine in it. It feels like. So you can just go to Hungary and have some Italian. You know, that's just how it is these days. I had this dish, which I'm pretty sure was just in the episode of 1923 that I was watching. So I've been watching 1923 because the Yellowstone was kind of interesting. 1883 was just phenomenal. One of the best shows I've seen in quite a while. 1923 feels like part of its focus is like showing you a changing world. But anyway, they land in Italy, this couple, and she describes the dish to him and then shoves it in his mouth. And she said it was deep fried rice. And I was trying to think of like what it looked like, or she said it gets like rolled in flour or something. Anyway, it was like a shell, like a shell with that brown breadcrumb deep fried outside and then rice on the inside. Well, when I was in Hungary, I tried something like that and I really liked it because it was very savory. Like they hadn't put a lot of sugar into it. And I had one with raspberry in, and it wasn't like raspberry jam. It was like actual raspberry, because I've had plenty of like hand-picked raspberries from the garden over the years, and it tastes different from something like raspberry jam. Like you can really kind of taste the difference between where someone's added loads of sugar to it and its natural sweetness. And it was gorgeous. I loved it. It was a really nice little treat. Not sweet at all, but like raspberry and rice together. It's called Arancini. That's the one. Yep. Have I caught up with the latest Black Mirror? I haven't. I made a note to watch it, but I've been watching 1923 first. Black Mirror was really, really interesting early on. And then over the years, I felt like some of the more recent ones have just kind of like lost their charm a little bit. And I've not really been in a rush to watch it because of that. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go put... we're going to go... Wait. Mr. Block here. Let's go get the other colours next. Rice and baked beans is peak. That again sounds too carby to me. Like I wouldn't want a dish with like both rice and potatoes. Like there's some things that I feel like you separate. Like when you have a meal, it tends to be like meat, vegetables, and carbs, right? So like potatoes, veg, and some meat is like Sunday roast. Or you might have chicken, broccoli, and rice. Like, you know, those are just some clean meals right there. But like having rice and potatoes together, like, I mean, you know, a little bit of both, okay. But if there's a lot of both, it's like, oh, maybe not. Try rice and tacos. Sounds alright. Bitter gourd and egg. I don't know what bitter gourd is. Soda with rice and potatoes in. My brother is weird. What do you mean by soda? Like a can of soda? That sounds illegal to me. Illegal. Let's go ahead and put 3 between this one and the next. That's good. Yo, Titanja, thank you for 10 months. And Fabled Noodle, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have you ever met any other Hermits IRL? What would you plan to do? I've met Efo a couple of times. But other than that, no one else. I mean, I think I met Efo. We were both wearing disguises. So, it was all a little sus, really. Gosh, chat, you're too easy. You're too easy. You know that, right? You're too easy. I met Efo too. We were both chopping wood in the forest. Brilliant. sometimes I gotta say, like, I love the idea of living in like a wood cabin, but I also recognize that you are just like, you know, a creature of habit. Like, we're creatures of habit, and you become accustomed to what you know, and so it's like quite easy to idolize something that's different. But I love the idea of just like living out in the wild and chopping wood and stuff. But it might be the sort of thing where like you do it for a month and then you're like, I want to come back. I don't know. You met Etho while fishing. On MCC, that might be a thing. That might just be a thing. Okay, this next one, so it's like 1, 2, 3. So I need to go... Oh yeah, that's the bottom there, right? So we're going across 1, 2, 3. This is the bottom corner. There is a gap of 1, 2, and then we start there. And now I can build it. I can build it all. Build it all, people. Dang, seeing them Space Invaders brings me back, says May School. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My granddad's dream was a log cabin in the middle of nowhere. He grew up in the early 1900s. Yeah, I think if you might be a little closer to nature if you're from that era, right? Like, is a thing. We've become very detached from nature, just living in these cities and towns and whatnot. Okay, so like it goes up, down there, and then that means this one is like its little leg. Lately, I'll tell you what, peeps, I just became exhausted. I got without realizing it, I got sucked back into the world of like videos on YouTube about this thing, about that thing that's going on. It's the current news cycle has just been non-stop like chaos and madness. And I was getting really sucked into it again, and like watching all these videos about like what's happening with tariffs and stocks, and is there going to be a recession? And like I was getting all like caught up in it and worried, and then I just like it like blew a fuse in my brain or something, and I just all of a sudden I couldn't watch any of this stuff again. And then I noticed how like this is everything that's on my YouTube feed right now. Whenever I open it to look for something, it's all like speculation about what's happening with tariffs and stocks and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I've been sucked back into it again. Like I was trying to get away from this stuff, but because like I blew a fuse, it made it all really obvious. And I'm like, look at this algorithm just constantly pulling in. Like this thing gets my attention, and then it just throws it at you non-stop. Everyone's making. I say everyone, loads of people are making content about this, and it will just find you, it'll haunt you. There'll be no ends to the amount of content. Right? That's like the ecosystem that we have created now. There'll be no end to this content. It'll find you wherever you go. And once it hit me, and I was like, oh, this is just like, you know, happening again. I just couldn't tune in. And then I remember I went for a walk outside and I had some headphones on, and I was just like, I'm sick of listening to stuff, and I took them off. And then all of a sudden, right, I could hear birds tweeting, the winds breezing, children playing in the distance, dogs running around and barking. And it was like I'd just sort of like gone from low to high. I was just like, oh yeah, Mother Nature is beautiful. I was just like walking through a field, you know? I was walking the dog. I was walking through a field, and it just hit me. And I was just like, oh my God. And since then, I've been going for some walks without headphones and just like listening to the sounds of nature and stuff. And oh, it's so relaxing. So chill. I like it. He touched grass, says Ghostly Daniel. I mean, I feel like I'm someone who goes outside a fair bit and is, you know, close to nature or whatever, but like, kind of not really, because like you stick these things in your ear and you at the same time you like drown it all out, right? So I don't know, it's kind of like a little mini awakening. I was like, oh my God, like this is it, right? Like this is the problem. You get pulled into this world of like news cycle stuff, and then you just forget to like look at what's going on around you, basically. Let's keep building. Let's keep building these Space Invaders. They ain't going to build themselves. X, have you ever had tandoori chicken? Yeah, more times than I can count. You thought you were zoning out it was going to be a Sans reference. A Sans reference. I don't know what that is. I was just telling a little story about being sucked into, like, following what's going on in the news. I think like, if you're into paying attention to that sort of stuff, fair enough. But, like, a lot of the time we're all just, like, really distant from what actually matters. I think, like, what's going on directly around you can matter a lot more than all this abstract stuff going on in the stock market and whatnot. And sometimes it's better just to, like, tune out and take in what's going on around you, you know? It's been really nice and sunny here in the UK lately. I've been making an attempt to, like, go outside more, and I have. Like, it's not a failed attempt. I've been going outside more, but kind of realised, like, yeah, with my headphones on, like, you're still, like, attached to that digital world somehow. Need to get away from that. What's my favourite game apart from Minecraft? I mean, assuming Minecraft is my favourite game, jeez. Shouldn't assume my favourite game. That's rude. I'm messing. Doom, Minecraft, Final Fantasy VII, they are the ones. They are the ones. It's been suspiciously sunny, says Lost Orchards. Yeah, it is almost as if you're British, this much sun is definitely suspicious. And I was thinking today, I was sort of thinking this almost feels like summer. I'm in shorts and shirt and sweating a little bit. Like, are we having a historically hot August right now? Because I'm all for that, as long as it doesn't mean we get a ridiculously hot summer. You know, with average temperatures rising and whatnot. It's changed here in Wales today. Wales is lovely. I'm going to Wales in the summer and I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. It's a little... did I say August? Sorry, March. I am thinking March and saying August. My bad. I meant August. What the heck? Brain, what's going on there? Jeez. I mean... Alright, we know your memory's getting bad, but now we're getting months muddled up? Come on. Come on, we can do better than this. Jeez. Oh dear, look. Look at those derp faces. You brought this on yourself, didn't you? Oh. Oh dear. March. I definitely meant March. It's April. It was March! Look, time is just marching really fast. Oh, give me one for that. Come on, that was a pun. Look. Listen here. Listen here. We're going to make mistakes with the pixel art if we're not careful. Listen here. It was March. Gosh darn it, it's April. I was thinking it's still... I literally was thinking it was March earlier today. It is going by too quick. Too quick. Peeps, I'm here for your entertainment. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? That's the only way I'll allow this. That's my excuse. At least you're being entertained. It's not all terrible. It's not all bad news, is it? Oh, X, he can't remember what day of the week it is. At least we can laugh at him. I feel like the older I am, the time goes faster. It feels bad. It does. That is a common thing. There's a common thing about getting old. It feels like time moves faster. It's because you're used to it passing by, right? Like you have more life experience. I feel like I'm using the wrong words to describe it. But like if you're 10 years old, right? One day is like, I'm going to use the wrong numbers here because there's 365 days in a year. But like, you know, let's just say it's like 3,000th of how long you've lived so far. Like it's 1/3000th. But then when you're 20 years old, it's double that. So like, the passage of time feels like it speeds up because you've lived so many of those days before. Pretty sure that was a not particularly elegant explanation of that phenomenon. I've heard people describe it better. half that. Wait, yeah, I think I got it wrong. So if you've been alive for a year, you see, I didn't start with a year because I thought, like, what 1-year-old is sitting around thinking about the passage of time? Maybe Albert Einstein when he was 1. Maybe he was thinking on that, you know. His first words were, the universe is expanding. That was Stephen Hawking, wasn't it, that one? I was thinking of a Ricky Gervais joke there. The universe is expanding. Sure it is, mate. Oh. Right, okay, so you're 1 year old. So a day is like 365 fifths. 365ths of your life. And then when you're 2 years old, it's double that. I can't, I'm sorry, I can't do this right now. I can't put it into the right words to explain it. Is this a show pre-recorded in March? Madnet, you've successfully uncovered the truth. It's a conspiracy. Speaking of conspiracies, old JFK and the files supposedly being released, right? What is wrong with this world? I went on Blue Sky, which I don't go on Blue Sky to read people's thoughts that they've farted out into the ether without thinking about what they're saying first. But I go on there to, like, do a post because that's pretty much my social media use, is like, go on Twitter and Blue Sky to post this video that I just did, and then I'll always see something someone's posting and just go, what is wrong with the world? But anyway, someone was like, yo, I know it's only been 2 hours, but like, what's the dealio? Who did it? And I'm like, don't we know anymore that it takes time and effort to do proper journalistic research? Have we forgotten how that works? Because it feels like we have. We just want everything instantly now. We want an answer. You know, they released something like, they declassified something like 80,000 files, right? And within hours, people are asking for an answer. What are we doing here, people? What are we doing? Doesn't make any sense. The internet has made people impatient. Yeah, it really feels like it has. Okay, I think I've done that one. Why does that look different to the artwork? Because it is. There's a bit that I've missed over here. On 2 there, yeah, so here. X, I watched a lot of your videos while hospitalised. I just returned from hospital after 3 weeks in time for my birthday, which was yesterday. Happy birthday! I love all of the hermits for keeping me company. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. I'm glad you're out of hospital. Have a happy recovery getting back to it, you know. Who's the first stream? Scar is. Look, we're like 15 minutes away, people. Y'all getting excited? I hope you are. I would really like to finish these off in time, so we should just crack on a little bit here, I think. Did I put 3 as a gap between that one and this one? I did, and that's correct. But over here... Yo, Miss Redtail! Thank you for gifting a sub. As I said, though, I appreciate it, but save your gifted subs. Like, save your dollars. It's the charity stream today. And apparently Scar just went live. Well, I'm gonna let all of y'all... You know, I want to watch, actually. I could just come back and finish this off later today. Let me get a thumbnail. If Scar's live, I'm just... You know, this is what we're here for. I don't know why I'd wait around any longer, really. The whole idea was to raid Scar, so let's go do that, yeah? Got my thumbnail. I'll just log off quickly. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. I'll be doing this again tomorrow. If you want to come back, hit the follow button. I'll be here again tomorrow before it starts. And if Scar streams early again, then we'll do it that way around. Let's go raid Scar. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you're entertained. I hope you had a good time. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I will point out, it's starting soon. He's not actually live, right? Does that mean we should wait? He might be like starting in 15 minutes. I don't know. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. I think he's not actually live yet. I will let my mods inform me. In fact, if one of you would be so kind as to drop me a message on our screen that we share, chat that we share, that's on my other screen. Because I just took chat at their word. He is technically live. You can go over there if you want to. You don't have to stay here. But he's not actually doing anything. So if if you want some company for a minute. But if one of you could just let me know, Estelian, I think I see you type in, that you're there. Let me know you're there. And then if you could keep an eye on it, that'd be greatly appreciated. Oh my God. Do you know what I don't appreciate? Rude awakenings like this. Oh, gosh. So naughty. You got multiple tabs for a reason. Might be more fun to wait with the raid. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You know, like we could go raid him now, and then he'll just stream, and it'll be like normal or whatever. But like if we raid him when he goes live, that'll be a nice little introduction for Scar, I think. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my pixel art back on the screen, I guess. Right, so like 1, 2, 3. It starts here. BB says Scar is live now. Like, that's what people said. He's not live, right? He's not actually there yet. No, not yet. Okay. I mean, what's going to happen is people are just going to tune in and say that and not realize that, like, we've already been doing a thing here, you know? Anyway, like I said, y'all are welcome to go over there if you want to wait while he's, you know, while the stream's running. I'll be sticking around until it starts, you know? What am I making? Pixel art. We're making pixel art. Is that right? Is it just one block there? It is one block there. After that, we then go like... and take out these blocks. What were we chatting about anyway? Totally forgot. I totally forgot. Right, now we go put the red one on the other side. Ice cream? I don't think we were talking about ice cream. I think you want me to talk about ice cream. Okay, that's the bottom. Then so this one here. 1, 2, 3. That looks correct. Red goes here. Yo, again, I'm just gonna end up repeating myself if I keep reading people's Scar is live messages. We'll let the mods tell when he's actually like live and there. We'll do the whole thing then, right? Rice flavored ice cream. The music Dr. Dre's parents listen to. Those were things we were talking about a while ago. I kind of meant like right before we got distracted, but whatever. Okay, 1, 2 here. Right, we go all the way across here, and then we'll do the next bit where the little holes are. Have I heard Scar is live? We're aware Scar is live. We're waiting until Scar is there to raid. I mean, I was all about to do the raid, and then I saw that, oh, he's not actually live. He's just set up the thing. Is that right? I think that's actually right, yeah. I like that we put game over instead of the name of the game. But it is the text you see when you lose in the game. Skiz is live. Would one of my mods confirm... You know, I'll tell you what, actually, I'll stick to the plan. Like, Skiz might be live. Oh, okay, we got it here. Skiz and Imp have both gone live, but are on starting soon. And then Force goes like, this is just chaos. I'll just have to accept it will be chaos. And then hope that my mods can point out when Scar's actually there. Okay, anyway, 1, 2... Is that right? Wait, have I gone one too many over here? Something ain't quite right here. It's 1, 2, then it goes up by 1. Is that one not as tall as the others? It's not as tall as the others. That explains a lot. Wait for 2. Then go up. The other side of it. That doesn't look right either. Oh my god, why is this so confusing? Wait a minute, what is going on here? Did I get this wrong? That looks completely correct, but it's still 1 lower. Right. Oh, okay, there you go. I was assuming here would be level with the others. That's my mistake. I don't know what PvP POV I want to watch as Fistix. I think if you watch Scar, you'll get like the proper... You'll get the proper what's going to happen. Scar's supposed to be like the main host. But there'll be stuff going on where, like, you know, it'll be fun to jump around between the different streams. Hey, look, we've got a new thumbnail. Also, is it me, or is, like... Something's still wrong here. Like, the red one goes a little further over on the right-hand side. But we started these off in the middle. And we've got two 4-letter words. And they're both 5 blocks wide. Yet somehow... Is it a perception thing? That's 1 block over. Maybe it was a perception thing. Oh, it's 1 block over as well. It's just like a perception thing. It just made the bottom one look a little further over. But when you go close, you can see it. No, it's actually okay. Alright, that's our first bit of pixel art. I had no idea how much we'd get done. Obviously, tomorrow we'll do a lot more. So, for those of you that are tuned in, that don't know what's going on, we're here to raid Scar when he's ready to go live. I will be doing the same thing again tomorrow. Just give you a place to congregate in the hours before the stream event happens. Just to hang out. We're working on this project. We're going to be making more pixel art over here. It's about bringing some iconic games, which is something a little universal for a computer game server, I guess. We're just going to bring elements of that to this area. What I need to do next is get some glass above there so that the snow doesn't settle. And then when we've done that, we'll be able to eventually fill up this entire space with pixel art. Is kind of the idea. Does this mean you're going to stop the stream when the others begin? Yeah, that's correct. Palmer. Oh, well, you know, I guess in some way it's nice that you feel sad, but the whole point here is to give you all a place to congregate before all of that kicks off. So, yeah, it was never my intention to stick around for much longer. Intros have started. Okay, I want to see the intro. Apparently there's an intro. I'm going to bounce, and I'm going to do the raid. There's not much more for me to say, so thank you for your amazing support today, people. Enjoy that Hermitcraft charity live stream weekend, and I might see you again tomorrow. Going to go raid Scar. There is an intro happening. Let's go enjoy this video together. All right. Here we go. The raid is underway. Thank you, everyone. Take care.